Well, okay. I guess it's working. I don't. Maybe Allie changed the camera, but all right. Meeting starting 3:43. So what we have in front is, do we know anything about baseball? The bathrooms.
Nothing yet. I still need to talk with you a little bit about what happened, and then just about the question we're going to be asking, or what we're really phrasing to him as far as his responsibility,
Okay.
our responsibility.
So you can ask him, did he close the bathrooms? You can inform him that we don't have keys to that bathroom. So if it was supposed to be our responsibility, you can apologize, but say no one specified that. We do not have keys to it. I don't know what the contract says.
From what I saw in there, it looks like it should be on him.
It should be, okay. So that's why I was like, that was the assumption I operated on.
I didn't see a timing on there. It seemed like, I don't know if I'm going to look at it right
now.
now.
No, I have one too, yeah. Yeah, so definitely ask him if he closed it. And then inform him that on, let me check the date that I was called. It was on the 22nd of December. Utilities noticed water coming out of I believe the men's bathroom.
Okay.
They switched off the water, the external water, wherever that is, which I do not know. They switched it off, but we have not gone inside since we don't have keys. I don't know what the state of it inside is at all. So.
Perfect.
So this is another bathroom besides the one that we closed? Okay.
Yes, which again, I did not know.
The plumbing needed closed, not just the...
Yeah, I didn't know that there was, in that white concessions building is 2 bathrooms.
Okay.
Women and men's. And my understanding is it's under their responsibility, but we could be mistaken.
Maybe there was a more current agreement that they had come to.
Yeah, Dalton called me and said that they saw water rushing out. And this was after we had like the super cold days with the snow, and then we had like that nice week of Christmas. And then they were like, yeah, there's water, so they turned it off. So I don't, and now we have cold again, so I'm sure I don't know. I have a bad feeling we'll have to pay for something and fix something. Okay, so then the baseball contract update. I don't know when that's supposed to get done, so if you could also put in that email asking when do I have a record of when they did it last year? Essentially when he can come in to sign this year's agreement. And at that, I don't have one. At that time, we can discuss you can tell him at the time that you come in to sign this year's.
Well, they signed last year on March 17th.
March 17th. Okay, so we have
a couple of months.
Yeah, if you want to, I would definitely send that out soon so he can go over and check the bathrooms.
Okay.
But then you can just just notify him that we are interested in renewing the baseball contract for this year. If he would like to come in, pending if we have a February meeting, either February or March, to review said contract, meet us, and get that signed.
Okay. And separately, bathrooms.
Yeah.
Okay. You said potentially February. Do we have any plans not to do it?
So that was, I will not be here. I will be with either in the hospital or already giving birth and stuff like that. So,
yes.
If we don't have anything to vote for, but you need to work on stuff, you can definitely still have the meeting without me. Allie makes it pretty simple.
Yep.
Deciding whether or not to have the meeting ties into essentially the 4th of July event. So we can get to that next. So I do want to take a vote today to establish the subcommittee for the America 250th 4th of July celebration in town. Kristen at the History Museum is interested, and I would work a little bit this January to spread the word to a few people I know, and then to just the public in general that we're forming this committee. If they would like to join, we do have to decide when this subcommittee will meet, because obviously this is not. I don't think monthly. I would think is not enough time to plan it. So I would think maybe meeting twice a month potentially.
Yeah.
But that can also be confirmed and decided at the first subcommittee meeting, which I figured we could just have here at like 3:00
Just right
before
before.
this
Perfect, yeah.
meeting, or 4:00, depending on. We could have the first one at 3 to get people there and to form a plan, and then if people say they'd rather meet at 4 or 5 or something, then. But we could at least pair it on the same day so that our brains are all in the same space. And
Appreciate that.
I will say that I'm going to be pretty out of it with February and March as well. So I don't really want to take the lead on planning this.
Okay.
Usually subcommittees will appoint a chair. So whenever we have the first meeting, we can do that. And that person will kind of be in charge of the overview, what needs to be taken care of, who to contact, that kind of thing. I already have a list here. I have of what kind of needs to happen soon.
Awesome.
So I've already talked to town council about it, and I received their permission to plan it. I'm waiting to hear back from the town lawyer as far as what we have to do to cover legalities for hosting a town picnic
Right.
or town potluck. The next things we need to do is get subcommittee members. So I will work on that for the rest of January, but then come February, I do want to hand off essentially all of this to somebody else and still be a part of it. And like, if I can't work on something,
you have so much.
there's other things that I also want to work on, so I don't want to have too much on my plate.
Well, I'm definitely happy to take that off your plate.
Okay.
February.
Yeah, if you want to, you could be like the chair-ish now, and then when we all meet and formally approve somebody, then if you want to do it,
No
you
doubt.
could totally do it. A few of the things, probably just sticking with like what we've already talked about with the music jamboree, hot dogs with some other stuff. I did have on here hiring a snow cone or ice cream vendor. I can't imagine we're going to have an easy time getting somebody to come to Thorntown on 4th of July weekend. So that's probably not going to happen, and more we could just do like a giant Costco
There we go.
purchase of ice cream and stuff like that and just serve that to people. I haven't talked to KFP if they would be willing to do the grilling for us. So that's next steps. Other things would be like if we wanted to do a town service project, getting Boy Scouts or the Legion or another town group to either help with facilitate decorating and cleaning the town and cleaning up Main Street, or I have on here asking like elderly or people who are stuck at home, it's like, oh, well, we can decorate your house or fix up something in your front yard or whatnot. And then I did meet with Kristen from the Heritage Museum, and she pitched some stuff as well. So like the day of, like having all this flags on light posts, balloon, arch. She'll have a booth for the history of the Thorntown Museum and a collection of people who've served in the military. Future of Thorntown booth. I don't know if somebody could do that. I don't know if that would be us. Maybe town council if they want to have that. That can be something that can be brainstormed later.
School, perhaps.
Yeah. I think Kristen had the idea of doing something with the school. I can't remember what it was. So hopefully she wrote that down, and then she can bring that back up. And then I just have a price out thanks to ChatGPT. It at least gives us a number of like, okay, if we can raise $3,000 in donations, that probably is a good ballpark and should cover us. So that's everything I have for that. But yeah, we can formally vote on the subcommittee. I move to establish an America 250th 4th of July celebration subcommittee for the purpose of planning a town event for the 4th of July.
Is that in the motion?
Great.
All right.
We are all in favor now?
Yep.
All in favor?
All in favor? Say hi.
Aye.
Okay.
Aye.
Aye. All
Okay.
opposed? All right. Very nice.
We're getting better. Next one will be flawless.
I know. Oops. We don't take many votes. Like, it's fine. And then this subcommittee, you can put, will meet first Monday at 3:00. Maybe should we have we can have a call out meeting on January 19th.
Okay. Call out meeting.
What do you think?
That sounds good.
I think there's a town council meeting tonight and then also on the 19th. So I'll have Allie work a time because it would have to probably be in the evening for some people.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
So I'll get back to you guys on that. I'll
Okay.
work
Sure.
with Allie and then we'll try to have some sort of like call out assembly meeting. And then that way, if depending on who joins, if you do want to meet on the 1st February, then you can still do a 3:00 subcommittee meeting. And then if you want to meet at 3:30 to do any other sort of business stuff, then you can.
Sure.
That will probably be in the hospital. So,
Yes.
okay. Okay, so I'll go back up to A for new business. So I went to town council on December 15th to talk about mainly these two things. The park maintenance responsibility, which I didn't get an answer for, but I pitched is like, what are we going to do? Do I just bug utilities? And if so, my thought would be to feel better about doing that is to like send them a stipend or something.
Sure.
I don't know what that would be. I don't know what the ordinances are for that. But I just want somebody on the town council to say, oh, if you have something broken or need a problem, contact this person.
Yeah.
So that I'm not always contacting Earl or Dalton without somebody above me saying that I should do so. So I need to email that. The other thing is with the Arbor Home development, they are building a park within the development, a small little park. And there's going to be an HOA. If I need to slow down it,
You're fine.
They'll have an HOA. The town lawyer, her expectation is that traditionally the park gets turned over to the town's park board. So we will potentially have a third park. She needs to get back to me on that. I'm sure we're not going to get an answer for a while.
Mhm.
But then we would have 3 parks, which there is something that we have called a zone improvement plan. And Alex, if you want to read
I'm
that,
very excited.
you can. This was done a few years ago, and it just discusses what the expectation should be, where what our existing infrastructure is and where should we be by these certain dates. And it
Mhm.
seems, if I'm reading it correctly, that by 2029, the expectation would be for playgrounds, that we would have 3 playgrounds, 2.97,
Sure.
per the population expected growth.
So, right on
So
track.
if we already would have that, then, if this park gets turned over to that, then we kind of meet that target.
Yeah.
And we can potentially move. There's other things that they said that amenities that we potentially would need,
Mhm.
which is still our choice. But at least
Tennis courts.
if that turns out, if she gets back to me and says that we do get the park and that, yes, that's the correct way to interpret it, that we'll meet our quota of having 3 parks per our population, then we can always focus just on updating park and maybe putting in a different kind of amenity
It's amazing.
in town.
What is the projected population growth? Just curious.
So, population, well, it's 2010 to 2021. We are past that. Benchmark. Our population growth, if we look at, they did this in 2020 and we had 1,077. So if we look at this year, the population expectation growth is 4% to 1,305. If we look at the end of our term, the population growth would be 4.5% from 2020 and be 1,487 people. Total new households, 23. I feel like that is going to get exceeded.
Just because the huge.
Yeah,
influx
because of the
there.
development. So
That's if all the houses sell. Right. I think we were driving through there not too long ago, and we could see a ton sold. Just a few.
yeah, are they built? I haven't driven over there in so long.
None built, of course,
Oh,
but just like
It's like a
from
model.
there's the
Yeah.
model that's built,
Okay.
and then more like I haven't seen a lot of the signs indicating that they've been sold yet.
Oh,
Still a lot of
okay.
for sale.
Hopefully, we'll get those for sale because that'd be nice to actually have
I imagine
lived in
it's
houses.
going to be once we get more of the
Yeah.
coming in.
And that's why,
Snatched up.
like my husband, when he hears people coming, new highs, they're like, "Oh, where'd you move? Where'd you move into? Westfield, Zionsville." It's like we have these houses that are being built. Come here,
Sure.
please. So there is something called a park impact fee, which because of this development, they paid or they will be paying, and it does go to the park board. It is for. I think I mentioned this last time. Did I?
I don't believe so.
No. Okay.
I don't remember at least.
I don't remember when I learned about this, but I was like, "Whoa!" And Allie told me about it,
Seems new.
and it is quite a substantial amount. The fee would be, and it's providing funds to be utilized by the town for the purpose of paying the capital costs of new park and recreational infrastructure that is needed to serve the new development within the cooperative limits of the town, as well as like to pay off any refunds and to pay any debt obtained to make a new park.
Makes sense.
So whenever that comes in, I'm sure our town lawyer will work with us on how we can exactly spend that. Because I think we have, I will
Hopefully
get
not
into our
all of it
budget.
on, utilities to repair the bathroom.
Well, yeah, that's why I was like, oh, I don't know what this full scope is on how we can spend that, but
Mhm.
obviously if we can update the town Johnson Park with some of that, that would be like using that with grants, with donations to get that done relatively soon. But I just don't know when that's going to come in. So that's exciting to learn that we have potential income coming in. And then, okay, this is something that is just going to be stored. You guys don't have to keep this, but I had Allie print it out. It's going to be put in this binder. I'm still working on like a nice big binder so it can be passed down to other people. And they aren't as clueless as we were coming in. But it's all our property.
Great.
And I did ask town council, this is our south trail. Here's our porta potty. There's a little bit of a discrepancy when you're on the Boone County, it's called GIS. And like the line kind of ends here, but it also ends here. So it's like, well, it is our property. Yeah, so it was a little finicky, and I didn't even know who to talk to about that. Angie Moody says that is our porta potty. I did open it for the first time ever living here for 4 years. It's terrible.
Oh, man.
So I'm going to operate under the assumption we do own it. Allie can't find receipts. Nobody obviously is taking care of it. So I'm going to contact Anytime Outhouse and have them take that and replace one with their own.
Staking our claim.
Because I called them before and they're like, you need to make sure that no one will come and be mad about it before they would actually do it. And Allie and I looked everywhere. There was really nothing. Nobody seemed to know who
Anything
put it
about
there. And yeah, except Angie said we own it. So
Okay.
I will go with that.
This is the one by the recycling.
Yeah. And so that's part of like hopefully the South Trail cleanup that we do, which I talked to the town council about. They seemed all fine. The other thing was like, the boundary line is, if I want to get gravel, is this technically a parking lot for the south lot? Can we claim that that's a parking lot? Who owns that? They did not have answers.
Right there next to the recycling.
Yeah, because so that's where the weird part is if you click on it a certain way, you get these two big black lines here and here. So it's like, oh, okay, so this is ours and that's ours, and those crabapple trees are ours. But if you click on it a different way, this line comes up, this middle line here,
Mhm.
and then it makes it seem like not ours. But then if you hover your mouse over the porta potty, it shows Town of Thorntown.
Mhm.
Alright. Cool. What does that mean? Thanks. And the same thing was happening with the Lions Park, where it's got these two black lines.
Mhm.
So it's like, and it shows the ownership of this little triangle to be Stookies. And I know that this parking lot is his.
Mhm.
But I was like, well, what's that parking lot? So I emailed him. He couldn't get a response.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, nobody knows who to ask about that. So I don't know how you move forward. But anyway, okay, the big thing then now is budget. So you guys have this paper if you want to pull it out. I went through with the salaries. So Marilyn is paid $17.50 hourly, but she's technically a salaried employee. And then Veronica and Elijah are also paid $17.50. What we have to decide is when do they start and stop, and then based off of that, what their wages are going to be, and how much we have remaining for this year. 13 hours a week. I asked Veronica, she hasn't gotten back to me, but again, it was like the Christmas time, how much she thinks she needs to do both the Lions Park and the trails. So right now I just have both her and Elijah at 13 weeks, which is an increase from last year, which I believe was either 10 or 7, but I'm not sure. And then I have them starting April 20th and ending October 26th.
April 20th to October 26th.
Yes. I would imagine that April 18th would then be like the spring cleanup, starts the year, and then they would start their work on the 20th. Again, I don't have a historical precedent for when Marilyn Veronica and Elijah started in the middle of the year last year. So they're different. I don't know if Marilyn has a date that she does start traditionally. So if she contacts me and says, oh, I usually start at this time, then I'll be like, all right, that's fine. So right now, that's what I have.
What is this one here? This 351 Gardner one?
That's just the total hours for the year. So that is,
13 times 27.
yeah.
Okay, got you.
So that's what they would be. Although the cost for Gardner too is off. I don't know what that. I'd have to have my Excel sheet for that.
No worries.
I think the first one is incorrect.
I think that one should have just been multiplied.
Yeah.
1750.
The total salary cost should be correct though.
Okay.
And then that's how much we should have for the year. And then the budgeted expenses are, okay, I know Veronica needs some stuff, and then we have to open and close bathrooms. So theoretically, we only have $1,936 from which to spend out of next year. And that is in our general park maintenance fund, which was this. And then we have our donation fund, which we should have about $7,412. So I don't have any plans to, and we have a third account, which I didn't know, park program / activities, but this is what the summer program director salary comes out of. Okay. So that's just
pretty
that.
much untouched.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that gets replenished, and then Veronica will have that throughout the summer. But yeah, I don't really have any planned purchases. I know the mower usually has to have some maintenance, so that we'll spend money on that this coming year. And then Veronica does have access to this for purchasing what she needs. Though I know Corinne said she has a lot that she wants to give and plant. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what else Veronica will need. I'm sure stuff here and there. I was going to ask, do we want business cards?
I have business cards from
that's what I thought.
Sarabi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know if we needed business cards. I don't really talk to people, so that's what I was like. I don't
I've
think
never
you,
given my business
you-
card to
Depends on how
anybody.
aggressive I guess we want to get with
Yeah.
our promoting and stuff like that. It's not a
Yes.
bad thing to have, and they're really cheap. from my
Yeah, I think-
understanding.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
Well, here-
$5 for 500 or something.
Okay, well, I don't know where she got it because it was $46 for just one.
One business card or one person?
For one person's business card. 46, 59.
I guess, yeah. I mean, it
That's
depends
for
on
minute
what-
printed. That's surprising. I wouldn't have thought that would have been.
It could be the pricing. I'm thinking it was a little outdated, but I do think $46
The
is
inflation's
pretty-
really
yes,
hitting
it
the
was,
business card
8
industry.
years ago when I got my mini, I guess.
That's funny.
On Staples.
I'll
What do you
have
think?
Allie maybe have minute printed, just make some.
I think if you're gonna ask people for like, I think it can help give people a sense of legitimacy.
Yes.
I'm like, hi, I'm a random person you've never seen
Yeah.
before.
And
Would
just
you like to
for-
give me money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you walk away, they're like, well, it's gone forever. But if you have the card,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
something to
Yeah.
remember. And
Okay. So
And
I,
I already have
how many
them.
do you have?
I think I have hundreds.
Okay, we can
I have a
stick
big
with
box
like
of them.
50.
we don't need many. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need many.
Those one-offs.
Yeah, and then you have keys.
Great.
Um, I don't have town council, but I think everything else. You have the garage, men's bathroom, girls' bathroom, closet, and girls'
We do have a
bathroom.
men's bathroom, but that's a different one. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything else. I think that's it. So
Okay.
just the town hall keys. So now you have these, and then we have shirts. Do you want a shirt?
Yeah.
I don't know where she got the shirts from,
I have no idea either.
but you don't really want a pink
oh,
shirt.
I know what she did.
I
She
mean,
did
I'm fine
it
with
from,
pink,
I
but-
think, a place called Rayflower Creations.
Okay,
I think it was.
that
one
sounds
of,
familiar. That's local.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think she does
I
like,
will-
shirts and stuff.
Okay. I'll email her.
And
We
you-
have a
and you go
green one
red.
too, so
green
we'll-
is great.
we'll
Green
do
is good.
green.
Red's not my color. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, red's a hard color, especially
Mm.
bright red.
Yes.
You know. Okay, let me make a note. Get Alex a shirt.
Feel more official at events.
Yeah. And Robbie did get they're in the garage, bright orange little like vests with
Yeah.
the Thorntown park on it. So those are nice too at events.
Yes.
And Alex a shirt. Get business card. Okay. So then take that out of our what's it called? Our budget. But yeah, we do have the increase. We have 15,000 this year. So.
Yes.
Using a lot of that to just increase Veronica and Elijah's hours so that they can take care of the trail this year. So
Which is what it's all about. So
yeah.
that's great.
So I'm not very good at budgeting, so I don't really know what else to foresee for us. So I hesitate when I see that number. It's like that looks a little small to have wiggle room for a
I
whole
imagine
year.
it's going to be putting out fires and stuff. Yeah, I don't think we should plan on
Yeah.
any significant portion.
Because when I look through here, it's a lot of just like, debris stuff, mulch.
This is
um,
previous year spending.
Yeah, this is last year's. Paper towels, paper goods from Amazon. Yeah.
And I imagine near the end of the year, we'll be able to be like, okay, we still have 400
Yeah.
something left.
And we had a deficit last year
Okay.
because stuff broke at the end of the year. We had a light that went out at the tennis court,
Mhm.
so we had to fix that. And mower parts. Yeah, I do have to ask Allie. Eli Lilly gave us the full 3,000, even though we didn't spend it. But last time I talked to her, she didn't know where to put it. So, and she was waiting to hear back from somebody on it. So theoretically, that might go into donation funds, I would
think so.
think.
Yeah.
But I don't have any. The donations more than likely will be for kids programs for Veronica to she can pull out of.
Nice.
But we can see. Oh, that's interesting. So the vests and the shirts she actually pulled out of the donation fund. I didn't see that before. So I mean, it's our donation fund. We can use it for whatever. So depending on how fundraising goes for the 4th of July, we could use our donation fund for that.
Have we talked much about fundraising for that, by the way? I forget.
No, I know you said your company. I don't know if they were
I
still
did
serious
have a
about that.
chance- Yes, I did have a chance to speak with some higher ups about that, and they seem pretty eager to do marketing in this kind of more rural
Okay.
area. Yeah, definitely they're interested in it.
Okay.
I think I want to say I heard up to 1,000. Which
Okay.
would be amazing.
Yeah, we can.
But I'll need to get confirmation on that because usually they have a
Yeah.
limit of like 200, which is like the minimum I know
Okay.
we could get. But I would love to get closer to 1,000.
Yeah,
I think
that'd be
super,
cool.
super cool.
And then I would like to do a park board donation to the Knights of whatever they're called.
Columbus.
If they agree to do if they agree to do the grilling, then I
Yeah.
would like to try to we would cover we would purchase everything for them,
Mhm.
and then we can make a donation to them, just so that they are in charge and cooking everything and it's not us.
I might be able to see about getting my employees to come work. Do we need people to grill stuff? Is that right?
That's the plan. Yeah, is I
I
don't
might be able
want to
see,
do
'cause
it. I don't want.
yeah, and
I don't
it's
want-
just a lot of people. You know, you
Yeah.
have to do stuff. So I bet I could see if I could get a couple. Yeah, just because they always like to have our employees go work at events for
Mhm.
marketing stuff. So
I mean,
just
it's
have them wear
Saturday
their
of 4th of
t-shirts.
July, so I don't know how people would feel about that.
You'd be surprised.
That's why I was like, anybody who
Yeah.
wants to do it
It can be
is
compelling.
welcome to, and that's why
I did it last year, so
I know if we get the actual local, and there's the Legion, and I can't remember who else is.
I
in
don't really
town.
mind. I'll be there. So what
It's
what
easy
time
for me.
is it? You had it.
There is
2
the
to 4.
Lodge, which is outside of town, and the Legion and KFP. So those are the 3 organizations we have within town. And if you get them involved, then it's like, oh, you're living in town. This is an event for the town. So you live here, you help out. It
Yeah.
shouldn't be a big deal. I mean, I imagine we'll be here. Usually we either travel and visit family or family visits us. So, but yeah, I'm not grilling hot dogs. So if we can get somebody else to do that, that'd be great. But yeah.
Cool.
I guess we'll discuss that with the subcommittee. Okay. My next steps. That's what I always need to write down.
Subcommittee on the 19th.
Potentially on the 19th. I will confirm with Allie.
Yeah. So you'll text. I don't have
Yes.
to write anything down on my
Yes.
calendar. Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna email Mr. McDonald this week. We're back about that bathroom. And we're saying probably the March meeting at the earliest to meet with them.
Probably. Yeah.
Okay.
Depending on if he wants to do it in February. You guys, it's pretty easy. You just hit go live and then you do it. So it's as long as
It's more of a matter as if you want to
he
meet
wa-
him or not.
yeah, I guess that's fair enough. So probably March at the soonest.
Okay.
Yeah. Contact people. Okay. I'll be still in there talking to Allie. Okay, I think we're done.
Awesome.
All right. Adjourning this meeting at 4:16.